This is my second attempt today. Olá, tudo bem? I hope you can hear me. Another live video here where I'm going to go through some vocabulary for you guys. And this week I put together some different sets for you, as usual, on 3 different levels. And we'll start with the level 1 sets. And this week I've chosen some words related to the city, where the words are really similar to English. This is something great about Portuguese, is because it's a European language. English shares a lot of the words, so we can really cut down on our load of learning if we focus when we're starting learning with the words that are similar. And obviously when we do this, we've got to focus as well on the pronunciation, because we can look at the words and put the English pronunciation there. So these words I've put together in a topic. Learning words in a topic always really helps us. And these are, I think all of these words are nouns. They're things. I don't know if you know about nouns. Things in English, we can put the in front of them. And because they're nouns, they can have the word the in front of them. And in Portuguese, this would be u for masculine words and a for feminine words. And when I put Quizlet sets together, I don't generally put these u and as before nouns, because it's so simple in Portuguese to know if a word is masculine and feminine. We can see a word ending in O is masculine, a word ending in A is feminine. So it's really nice. But words that are a bit tricky, I always put u or a in front of them. So some people might wonder, why is there sometimes the u or the a in front of the words? And that's why. It's because I'm trying to help you with the tricky words. I don't want to overload you by putting this information there all the time when you don't need it. But for the tricky words, you do need it. And in this set, there's quite a lot of tricky words. Okay, so I'm going to include the words u or a before the words, so you know if they're masculine or feminine. So let's start with a cidade. So that's the city. It's got the same beginning as English, hasn't it? City. And all words ending in ity tend to be add words in Portuguese. So that's why they're here in this similar sets word. Next word, capital. A capital. Not hard to guess what that means. Capital. Capital, but we're emphasizing the end. Okay, rather than capital. Capital. Words that end in consonants, L, consonant, are emphasized at the end unless there's any accentuation on top. Next word, can you guess what it means? Região. Region. Região. Okay, very similar, isn't it? And this is a região. It's a feminine word, although we wouldn't expect it to be. Okay. Another word, can you guess what it means? População. That's population. Again, this is feminine. A população, the population. This is part of a big group of words that end in são, shun in English, population. They're always feminine. It's very useful. A população. Another word, nação. Nação. Can you guess that one? Nation. Nation. Again, ends in são, so it's feminine. A nação. Shun, nation in English. Okay, another one. Cidadão. Cidadão is a citizen. And that's for a male citizen, or the generic word, cidadão. Okay, some places in town that are very similar in English and Portuguese. Estádio. Estádio is a stadium. Parque. Park. And I put o parque, the park here, because we can't tell from the ending whether that's masculino or feminino. Banco is a bank. Teatro is a theatre. Can you hear my son playing outside? We're live. One of the joys of being live. O museu, the museum. I put u here. We can't tell from the ending what it is. O museu. Aeroporto. Airport. Yeah. Centro is center. And centro comercial. I put a few more words in this set than usual because they're so similar to English. They're not so challenging. Let's just go through them again. A cidade, a capital, a região, a população, a nação, cidadão, estádio, o parque, banco, teatro, o museu, aeroporto, centro, and centro comercial. Okay, so that's for the level 1, for the beginning or the beginning of learning students. Now, if you're moving on with your studies, there's a level 2 set here. And here I've chosen fruit trees, árvores de fruta. Again, if we're coming from English, we just call things almond tree, lemon tree, apple tree. We just say the fruit and then the tree. But Portuguese has special words for all of the fruit trees. Most of them end in eira or eiro. So this is an ending that denotes something that produces or makes or manufactures things. Okay. So, and the beginning of the words gives the fruit. Okay, it might be slightly altered to allow the ending to go in nicely. So we've got amendoeira. Can you guess that one? Almond tree. Figueira is a fig tree. Cerejeira is a cherry tree. Macieira, an apple tree. Pereira is a pear tree. Laranjeira, an orange tree. Pessegueira, a peach tree. Limoeiro, a lemon tree. Alfarrobeira is a carob tree. If you live in the Algarve, you'll see lots of alfarrobeiras. Ameixeira is a plum tree. And a nespreira is a loquat or medlar tree. We don't have them in England, so you might need to look that one up to see what it looks like. Okay, so these can be quite hard to pronounce. They become very long and also tricky to spell. So if you're using the Quizlet to study these, you could focus on the spelling or the listening activities with these. And then for the level 3 sets here, looking into more advanced vocabulary, and here I've chosen a set about describing clothes, so giving more details about patterns and materials for the more advanced learners here. Okay, so here we go. We've got de lin, woolly, so of wool. Remember, these descriptive terms will come after the item rather than before, as in English. D'algodão is cotton. Okay. De seda, of silk. De ganga is denim. I always think the gang wears denim to help remember that one. De manga curta, short sleeved. So a manga is a sleeve. De manga comprida, long sleeved. De gola alta, polo neck. I've kind of got a polo neck here. Aos quadrados is checked, so little squares, quadros. As riscas is striped. Okay, I like that one. And lisa or liso is plain. Okay, so there we go. Some useful vocabulary, I hope, for you to boost your vocabulary. I always say, when we get to a certain level, we have our toolkit of words and we get by with that toolkit, but we really often need to make an effort to learn a few more words to put into it and get familiar with the words so we can start using them and start to becoming more eloquent and be able to express ourselves better. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this session today. I'll see you next week. Ciao.